Well, it's about time to finally get around to this. Ministry Chick 77 here. Um, Sorry this hasn't come out earlier, but I'm also taking 12 units in college, and yeah, crunch time. I should be sewing right now on a project, but, not happening. I'm currently trying to catch up with uploading videos, and right now I'm at 67% of my WrestleMania 31 video of Taker's entrance. Hair. So, I've got 13 minutes. I know I'm not going to get done in that time. So this is going to be a set of 4. Pretty much doing a review of what I did Mania weekend. I will mention certain people that I met, because this will also be posting on Facebook. So, if I mention you, post, say hi, go, hey, poke. So, yeah, each day is going to get its own video. Some are going to be longer than others. Obviously, Saturday's probably going to be the longest. I would say then Friday, then Sunday, and then Monday. So Monday, Raw happened. That's about it. Saturday, then Friday. One of them. But each day is going to have its own video. Hey, here's what I did, here's what I saw, here's who I met. Stuff like that. So, here we go. Friday. Friday's when I actually got into San Jose, because I'm only 2 hours away. There was no need to get there any earlier. That, and I had school Thursday and couldn't get out. So, Friday, left here around 10ish on the train. Met 2 guys. Hey, I friended one of you on Facebook. One of you found me on Facebook. That way. So, hey, we just talked wrestling the entire trip. Wrestling, football, fantasy football, baseball, and more wrestling. So, got to my stop around 1:15ish. Walked straight over to Motel 6, which, hey, it worked. It was cheap. I didn't need something like extravagant. I wasn't spending $200 a night on a place where it's pretty much I store my stuff and sleep, bathe, that sort of thing. I didn't do much else in there. Changed, got into my wrestling gear, and headed to the convention center. There was a long line. I'm like, oh, don't let this be for anything I need. It was to meet the Bellas. Didn't need it. I don't care about the Bellas. Got into the Superstore. If you notice, light computer screen I wrote down so I didn't forget anything. ADD brain. I forget a lot. So I got in, got my merch then, because I didn't feel like getting there earlier Saturday, and Sunday wasn't going to happen. So, yeah, okay. So I picked up my t-shirts and stuff. Ended up getting my husband the Ultimate Warrior cell phone case, which for some reason doesn't fit his phone. It's supposed to be for the iPhone 5, and it doesn't fit. Still waiting to hear back from him about that. Levi Stadium had the clear bag policy. I made my own bag, but then I saw theirs and ended up getting it. It just worked out, and now I use it for school. Which, side note, pretty cool. I got mine Friday night, and why did I put it down? Saturday, as I'm headed there, I noticed that one of these seams is completely off, like from here to here. So I took it over. I found that out on the way there, so I was like, oh, fuck. Took it in, was like, hey, I just bought this yesterday. I don't have the receipt, but I can pull up the fact that I bought it yesterday. Can I just exchange it out because the seam's falling apart? And the lady who helped me was like, oh, don't worry about it. It's $5. We'll just switch you out. I was like, oh, Okay, cool, thank you. So, t-shirt time. The requisite I was there shirt. Side note, they had some really good WrestleMania 31 stuff, like merchandise. I wish I could have gotten, they had like like an orange work shirt, like the button up kind of looked like a prison shirt. Mania 31 themed, like I escaped. So cool, I haven't taken off the tag yet. The Bray Wyatt Undertaker match shirt. See, tag's still in my face. So can you see it? Yeah, you kind of can. Yeah. That, no. Oh, well, cleavage. Okay. And then I had to get an NXT shirt, because that night I went to NXT. I didn't have any merch for them. They had some cool shirts, and they had women's sizes. I'm not, well, you kind of probably saw what shirt it was. The women's shirts didn't have this little tag. And you'd think, well, the men's shirts have them, so why wouldn't we put them on the women's? This changed my mind. Now, I was debating between the Finn Balor shirt, the Sami Zayn shirt, and the Kevin Owens shirt, because I like all three. I ended up getting, yeah, the Kevin Owens shirt. It may sound weird, but the selling point for the Kevin Owens shirt, it feels, it's texturized. It feels like duct tape, kind of. It's all textury. Yeah, you'd think, not something that would probably sell a shirt, but then again, I'm weird. So, got all that. Realized what time it was. Walked around and got in line, general admission line for Axxess. They had like 3-4 big screens up, playing, what was it? Like day 1, day 2 on the network, which they had a live feed, which glitched a few times and made everyone laugh. Around 5:50, they let us in to start scanning and let people in. First person I met was Dolph Ziggler. It's actually really funny. Took a little bit to meet him, but got his autograph, all went well. At that point, there really wasn't anyone specific I wanted to meet, so I just I planned it that way. So Friday was just kind of going to be my wandering around, seeing things, the exhibits and stuff. The small Hall of Fame exhibit, I might upload a video from that, I'm not sure. They had like the Warrior stuff on display. They had the burnt Undertaker casket, which got pets. Can I climb in? Take a handle home, please? At this point in the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame exhibit, I met Brad. Hey, Brad. Oh my goodness. He was freaking people out. Like, damn near dead on Bray Wyatt cosplayer. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I got my picture taken with him. I'm like, oh my god! I instantly messaged my husband, like, baby, I just found a Bray Wyatt cosplayer that, yeah, looks dead on. Brad, awesome job. No joke. I've shown that picture of friends, and they're like, which one is which? They couldn't tell the two of you apart. So yeah, great job. And hi again. Told you I'd bring this up. So, at that point, I think I got in line to meet Lawler and JBL. But then, I noticed Noella Foley and Brock Lesnar guy. I think Frank the Clown was there? Not entirely certain. But, funny thing being, Brock Lesnar guy said that he was going to be at NXT. So, no. Cat's outside. So, shut up! She's done this like 3 times now. So, that. I tweeted him because he said he was going to be there. I'm like, hey, Friday's my birthday. Could I meet you and get a picture with you? And he's like, yeah, sure. So, I weighed out the 2 options because they were wandering. And I'm like, do I really need to meet Lawler and JBL? As much as I like them. Because JBL, I mean, dear God, APA is part of the ministry. Awesome. I had to choose. And I went with Noelle and Brock Lesnar guy. Noelle Foley, I'm sorry, she is so sweet. It's like, I met Brock Lesnar guy. I was like, hey, I tweeted you. I'm this person. NXT is a little bit later, but we're here. Can I get the picture with you now? He's like, yeah, sure. So we took the picture. I took a picture with Noelle. She is so sweet and so cute. I'm sorry, she is. At that point, they were closing off most of the lines, because it was getting close to 10 o'clock, which was when NXT started. That's coming up. So I hopped in one of the only lines that was open. Hornswoggle and Boogeyman. I've met Hornswoggle before. Hey, how you doing? Got an autograph. Boogeyman is one of my husband's favorite wrestlers. I don't get it, but So I got a picture, an autograph with him. At that point, it's like, okay, it's damn near 10 o'clock. We got a pack headed over to NXT. No one knew where we were headed, but there was also, like, crowd. Just follow the crowd, and you got there. And we did. We'd missed, like, the first opening part, but we hadn't missed any matches. Got in. The thing they had was no video. For some reason, also no iPads. Because that would come up later. No, you don't get to do this. Okay, I'm going to do this by memory. Because my computer just decided to spaz out. Okay, so, there it goes. Yay! Yeah, memory sucks. Okay, so, NXT Live, if you ever get the chance, take it. No joke. I'm like, I was pretty far back, like, ring, I'm like back here. I was pretty much near the back. $25 ticket, I was like, I don't care where I'm sitting. If it's NXT, I'm gonna get my money's worth. I did, and then some. First match was Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze. At this point, everyone knows Hideo hit the GTS. You could, electricity. Crowd was just, holy shit! Let's see, at this point, I didn't take notes on each match, so I had to go back. Jason Jordan beat Bull Dempsey. Lots of bullshit chants. Bullshit. Bullshit. Alexa Bliss and Bayley beat Becky Lynch and Dana Brooke. 1. Bayley, I think, was damn near one of the most over people at NXT, like, that night. Because she's from the area. Her family was ringside. And the place just blew up. Dana Brooke. Yeah, about Dana Brooke. I don't like her. I also have things against Alexa Bliss, because to me, both of them feel too forced. It's hard to explain. Alexa at least has a little more going for her, but Dana Brooke, it feels like they just went, hey, you're going to be like a knockoff Beth Phoenix. And they should have given her more time to get ready, to better her matches. Because, yeah, no. Alexa Bliss and Bayley won, of course. Solomon Crow beat Kalisto. Stretch muffler, if I remember correctly. Baron Corbin beat Rhino. Gore, because no one was expecting Rhino there. At that point, intermission. Everyone's drinks and stuff. I think at this point, or maybe a little bit later, I never caught his name. So if you end up watching this video, post something. Throughout the night, the dude I'm sitting next to and I think his friend were just kind of chatting back and forth. I mentioned that night was my birthday. It's like so I treated myself to the full Mania weekend. He went and got drinks or something, and came back and gave me a Snickers bar for my birthday. I'm like, thank you, because it was just so random. It's like, where else do you hear, hey, we're at a huge wrestling event. Oh, it's your birthday? Here's a Snickers. It was so cool, though. So, intermission ended. Everyone came back. Corey Graves comes out and says, hey, I got a surprise for everyone. Triple H comes out. Place blows up. I think he was recording stuff on his phone, too. That video has been loaded. I know it. At this point. Pretty much saying, hey, thank you guys for embracing NXT. I think the tickets sold out in, like, what, an hour or two? And I think at this point, NXT hadn't really been on tour yet. So the fact that it sold out like that, they were like, oh, wow. And they mentioned, like, Shawn Michaels was backstage. I think they said Seth Rollins, Vince, Steph, and Vince and Steph got booed. And there's like, hey, they hear you guys. I think John Cena was backstage, too. But it's like, hey, show them that you're passionate about this brand. Because, in a way, of course, that kind of reflects on Hunter, because NXT is his baby. Which, I'm sorry. Hey, Vince. Hi. Obsessive fan here. Let Hunter take over Raw, please. I mean, I watch NXT every week. Like, I don't miss one. Tonight was Monday Night Raw. You know how I found out what happened? Facebook and Twitter. If I see something like, oh my god, because apparently Sami Zayn wrestled John Cena. And I'm like, well, fuck. I'll go back and watch the video. That's how I keep up on Raw nowadays, because I'll get to Monday, but Raw isn't worth watching very much now. So Triple H got a big NXT chant going, and he left. Three-way for the tag titles. Blake and Murphy, Vaudevillains, Enzo and Cass. Enzo and Cass came out. The place just went along with his entire spiel, and it was awesome. Blake and Murphy obviously retained. Sasha Banks beat Charlotte to retain the women's title. Yeah. Liquids. One moment. So, let's see. At this point, Sami Zayn comes out. Big, huge pop. Starts cutting a promo. Kevin Owens comes out. And everyone's like, oh. But wait. Owens just had surgery on his leg. He's not wrestling. So, of course, they teased it. Kevin Owens got the what chance. And he's like, oh, okay, let's all go back to 2002 together. Which switched to the yes chance. Which is so funny. Main event was Adrian Neville versus Finn Balor. Yeah. Part of this I'll explain on the Saturday video. We got Demon Balor. We got the full paint. And, oh, is it awesome live. If you can't tell me, have a little itty bitty crush on Finn Balor. Again, that will be explained Saturday. Let's see. Lots of random ass chants the whole night. I had to go back and actually pull some of these up because there were so many. Let's see. We want blue pants. Of course, the Olay chants. Jason Jordan got the "You're a jobber" chant. There was one point where, okay, the ring is here. There was a section over here that they left the house lights on for matches. And they started chanting, "We can't see shit." After a couple of minutes of this, like, oh, we left the lights on. Turn the lights off. Yay! Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the yes chants. That was during the Crow match. Let's see. Jim Ross was ringside. Jim Ross was like here. Noel Foley, Frank were over here. I met Sign Guy. Went and got my picture taken with him during intermission. That's where I found out that, oh, you're not supposed to have iPads. Because I was going to get my picture taken with him on this. And security was like, you can't have that. I'm like, I'm getting a picture with the dude. He's like, no, you have to put that way now. So I pulled out my phone, which resulted in somewhat of a crappy photo. But I met Sign Guy. He's like, seriously, today's your birthday? I'm like, yeah, this is my birthday present to myself. He's like, 1, you're awesome. And 2, happy birthday. I was like, Sign Guy said happy birthday to me. Awesome. Let's see. Crowd sang along with everything Enzo said. No joke. During the women's match, we got "This is awesome, this is wrestling." I think it was during the Balor match, but definitely the last one. But throughout the night, "Better than Mania," which I'm like, Mania is Sunday. Better than Raw, which I'll totally agree with that one. Balor Mania, which was better than Mania, switched to Balor Mania. Apparently the show ended an hour later than it was technically supposed to. But I heard that Vince paid for the extra hour himself just to keep it going, which, okay, momentary pause. Thank you, Vince. That was awesome. Ended about 1:30 a.m. I think they were aiming to have it around like 12:30 end, but ended around 1:30. At this point, everyone disperses. They had some cool merch on sale. I was half tempted to get the Tyler Breeze shirt and the Finn Balor stuff. But then I looked at the Balor stuff and I'm like, I could just make that. And a lot better. I may be doing that. So, everyone heads to Light Rail. Or the VTA as they call it there. The trains weren't running at 1:30 in the morning. So I ended up walking about half hour to in like a place I'd never been, back to my hotel. Got there, crashed. Was it an awesome night? Oh my goodness, yes. Totally that set up how the weekend was gonna go. Saturday will be after this. I'm actually, I'll brag about this a little bit. I'm actually making a Mania scrapbook. I saved like everything, receipts, the wristbands for the VIP, bus tickets, where I went to eat, because obviously my first WrestleMania. If you haven't been, go. I don't care if it's just Mania, if you can get into Axxess. Again, I was not prepared. I was not prepared in the slightest. It exceeded every expectation. It was so cool. So I'm going to wrap this up. Now I get started on part 2, which is Saturday. Oh, Saturday was awesome. So, thank you. Subscribe, like, if you see this on Facebook, comment. Train Dude and Brad, you too. want to kind of spread this around too. Hey, I think at this point on YouTube I've got 49 followers. And if this could get me one more, be at 50. Yeah, I'm cool. So yeah. Part 2 of 4 parts. Coming up soon. Night, everyone.